Day one of doing my free calligraphy challenge with my left hand. I'm right-handed. The strokes for day one are relatively easy. So this one is the entrance stroke and it's just moving upwards and not putting any pressure on the pen. I felt like a true beginner and my lines were definitely wobbly, which is pretty standard when you start learning drills, but I'm pretty confident I can get those much smoother by the end of this worksheet. Once I'd done the first two sets of drills, it was time to give them a little mark, and I always encourage my students to do this. The main thing I struggle with was which way the paper should be to be most comfortable for me. Look at these wobbly strokes. I think my hand was starting to get a bit tired here. Then it was time to move on to the next stroke, which is the full pressure stroke. So this is going downwards and it's a thick line. And you can see I'm still trying to experiment with the angle of the paper. I've seen some left-handed people have their paper all the way at this angle before and it seems to work for them, but it honestly was not working for me. Going freehand is always the slightly scary part of this challenge. However, I felt like I'd really got my confidence up after those first few lines. I even started experimenting with going up and down to see the contrast between the two strokes. Time to give myself some very shaky picks. Honestly, this is the hardest part. By the time I got to the last few lines of this worksheet, I felt so confident with these thick downstrokes. Look how consistent and neat they are. Not bad for my left hand. I was super proud of myself at the end and it didn't even take that long. I sat here for about 10-15 minutes.